Clemson wasn't supposed to reach the national title game, let alone the college football playoff, CFP, in 2015. Coming off a 10-3 season and a Russell Athletic Bowl victory over Oklahoma, the Tigers entered the season at the number 12 spot. Week by week, quarterback Deshaun Watson and Clemson slowly climbed the rankings. Even so, it took a while for analysts and fans to jump on the Tigers bandwagon. But after Clemson upset Notre Dame, steamrolled Miami, and edged Florida State, it was hard to not root for head coach Dabo Swinney's guys. The Tigers went from being just another good team in the ACC to a national favorite. By week 10, Clemson was the number 1 team in the country. And not too long after that, the Tigers received their first ever invitation to play in the CFP. Although Clemson was the only undefeated team in the country, it felt as if the Tigers were still the underdog. So when they lost to Alabama in the national title game, people applauded Swinney and Company for just getting there. But Watson wanted more than that. In 2016, there was a sense of urgency. It would most likely be Watson's final year at Clemson and perhaps the program's last year of contention for quite a few years. This time, the Tigers failed to run the table in the regular season. Instead, they got the perfect storybook ending, a last-second victory against none other than Alabama. Clemson finally got its ring. But once Watson departed for the NFL, people started to write off the Tigers. Many thought that the team's championship window had shut. That was before Kelly Bryant took the field. The junior dual-threat quarterback has led Clemson to a 3-0 start, including back-to-back wins over top 15 opponents. Bryant's done it through air and on the ground. He currently accounts for about 57% of the Tigers' total offense. A few months ago, no one knew who Bryant was. Now he's a household name. The ACC's full of surprises, and Bryant is one of them. 1. Clemson, 3-0, 1-0 Atlantic Coast, AP poll. Number 2, Bryant looked like Watson on Saturday against then number 14 Louisville. The junior eclipsed the 300-yard mark for the first time in his career and carried the ball for 26 yards and a couple of touchdowns. The Tigers continued to divvy up the carries in the backfield, and once again, it paid off. Running backs Travis Etienne and Tavian Feaster were at the forefront of Clemson's punishing rushing attack. The Tigers ran all over the Cardinals, gaining 297 yards on 6.1 yards per clip. It was the Clemson defense, though, that put this one away. The Tigers became the first team this year to intercept Louisville quarterback Lamar Jackson and hold the reigning Heisman Trophy winner to under 100 yards rushing. Clemson's defense has always been good, but its offense is only getting better by the week. 2. Florida State, 0-1, AP poll. Number 12, as expected, FSU didn't suit up for its Week 3 game against Miami. It would have been fun to see the two Florida heavyweights battle it out, but obviously Hurricane Irma had other plans. That game has been postponed until October 7, but for the moment, head coach Jimbo Fisher is focused on the Seminoles' matchup against North Carolina State. After 3 weeks of build-up, true freshman quarterback James Blackman will make his collegiate debut this Saturday. Fortunately for him, he'll be going up against a Wolfpack pass defense that concedes about 282.5 yards through the air per game. But it's more than likely that Blackman will play the role of game manager in this one. With Cam Akers in the backfield and FSU's defense, he might not need to throw the ball more than 15 to 20 times. 3. Miami, 1-0, AP poll. Number 14. Like the Seminoles, Miami will virtually be starting its season over again when it hosts Toledo this coming Saturday. Having not played in close to 3 weeks, the Hurricanes are well rested, but also probably a bit rusty. Luckily for head coach Mark Richt, his guys will be able to ease back into things in a game in which the Hurricanes are heavy favorites. It'll be interesting to see how Miami's marked defense fares against the Rockets. Toledo has racked up at least 37 points in every contest this